So now I have come to teach you how to find force exerted by a charge Q2 on charge Q1 if they are placed in a two-dimensional plane, say Cartesian plane. Students, as I have told you how to find force exerted by a charge placed at r separation from the other charge and applied on this. So my name is Sushil Srivastava and this is your cute channel Akanksha classes, and now I am going to teach you a numerical based on JEE as well as NEET and IIT Advanced. So students, first of all I will solve one numerical for you, then I will teach you interactive secret facts based on Coulomb's law. Why Coulomb's law is so much important for us? Students, now start lecture number 4. Come to the topic. Students, this is the origin and Q1 and Q2 are the two charges that are placed on 2 points. Students, this sign shows that Q1 and Q2 are of same nature. Hence, they will repel each other. Hence, the direction of force will be in opposite side and the position vector will be line joining them from origin. This starts from origin and goes to charge 1. Hence, this position vector is represented by R1. This means it starts from origin, goes to charge 1. This position vector starts from origin and goes to charge 2. Hence, represented by R1. Students, this is the actual distance between Q1 and Q2. Just imagine how we find the R, that is the separation between them. Students, this is a Cartesian plane and we can find R by using distance formula. Here x1 equals 10, x2 equals 3, y1 and x2 equals 2 and y2 equals minus 3. Now distance between Q1 and Q2 can be found by using distance formula studied in class 10, previous knowledge. R equals square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square equals square root of 2 minus 10 whole square plus minus 3 whole square equals root 8 square plus minus 6 square, that is equal to root 100 gives plus minus 10 units. As we know, distance can never be negative, hence we put the value of R equals 10 units. Students, now value of R12 represents that vector drawn from charge 2 to charge 1. As in my previous video, I explained about this phenomenon. The integer that is written first is the receiver and the integer second is always supposed to be sender. Hence, value of R is same as value of R12. What is the value of what R12 represents? This is the magnitude of R12. That is the vector. Let's try to find force, electrostatic force exerted by charge 2 and applied on charge 1. What would be its magnitude? We are trying to find. Charge on 1, this means receiver is 1 and sender is 2. This is force exerted by charge 2 on charge 1. Sender is 2 and receiver is 1. Equals 1/4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R12 square R12 cap, where R12 cap is a unit vector. Students, now we have to calculate by putting its value, as the value of this constant is known by everyone, epsilon naught, that is the permittivity of free space. You have to put this value, suppose x, multiply, as the both charges are same, hence you may represent them by E square, and now you may use the value of separation as 10 units, but here still we are using R square R cap, where R cap is the unit vector. This is the easiest way to find the charges exerted by one charge to another. Students, here Q1 and Q2 are of same nature, hence this is a repulsive force. A repulsive force is always denoted by plus sign, and an attractive force is always denoted by negative sign, because value of E into minus E is always negative, while the value of E square is always positive. It doesn't matter what type of charge it contains. Further, we will see. I think all of you were thinking that this is of no mean, but it is so important for JEE as well as for IIT Advanced and in some other competitive exams along with states examination and also in CBSE. Now students, we are going to make discussion on some secret facts based on Coulomb's law. So please keep on watching Akanksha classes. Akanksha classes is going to provide live classes for all the competitive exams as well as academic and JEE, NEET, IIT Advanced. Students, but keep on waiting and watching with a hope, because hope is the power that gives us strength. So, once again come on the topic. Our topic is why electrostatic force is so much important for us and why we give so much importance to Coulomb's law. What Coulomb uncle done for us? Let's start thinking from the point. We will start this lecture from Newton's force of attraction between Newton's law of gravitational force. Newton's law of gravitational force. Students, we are going to talk about atomic particles, that are electron and proton. Then first of all, we have to know about the masses. As we know, Em represents mass of an electron, that is 9.1 multiplied by 10 power minus 31 kilogram. While mass of a proton is equal to 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kilogram, and distance of one proton to another proton inside the nuclei, the distance of one proton to another proton inside the nucleus is approximately 10 power minus 15 meter. And now we are going to find the value of gravitational force that may be only and only attractive, and we will represent attractive force by negative sign, that is the minus sign, and the force of repulsion by using the positive sign, that is the plus sign. Hence students, let's start. Assume that two electrons are kept at a separation of 10 power minus 10 meter. Two electrons are kept at a separation of r from each other. We are discussing on this topic because both the forces depend on the square of their separation. This means The both law, Newton's gravitational law as well as Coulomb's electrostatic force law, both depends on inverse square law. Inverse square law, according to this law, the force exerted by two charges as well as between two massive objects is inversely proportional to the square of the separation between them. So we have to find ratio of electrostatic force, that is Fe, electrostatic force, and gravitational force. As this ratio is dimensionless, so we will try to find. First we will find electrostatic force between two electrons by writing K E square by R square upon gravitational force between two electrons kept on same separation, capital G into Em square by R square. After placing the values of K in the term of epsilon, we get here R square will be cancelled by the rule of cancellation, and as well as soon as we put the value of K in terms of epsilon, we will write it like this: E square by 4 pi epsilon naught, as all these charges are kept in vacuum. We have to put the maximum electrostatic force of electron. It is possible only when the charges are interact in vacuum, that is the space. Capital G and mass of electron, that you can put by saying the given value. Students, we feel surprised when we get so much enormous ratio of electrostatic force. This electrostatic force is so much important for you. Now we can put the value of E square as 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 square, but the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, that is 9 into 10 power 9, will also be written on upward. Here value of G is 6.67 multiplied by Em square. This means mass of electron square, that is 9.67 1 into 10 power minus 31 square equals 9 multiplied by 1.6 into 1.6 into 10 power 9 into 10 power minus 19 square by 6.67 into 10 power minus 11. Value of capital G, that is the universal constant of gravitation, 6.67 multiplied by 10 power minus 11 multiplied by 9.1 multiplied by 9.1 at last multiply by 10 power minus 31 square equals 9 into square of 16 is 2.56 multiply by 10 power 9 multiply by 10 power 38 upon 6.67 into square of 91 square of 91 into 10 power minus 11 multiply by 10 power 61 9 into 2.56 into 10 power 47 by 6.67 into 9.1 8.82 this becomes 88.21 multiply by 10 power 50 equals. Now we were trying to find the values of all these numerical solutions. When we multiply 9 into 1.6 into 1.6, we get 9 to 2.56, and by arranging them in proper order, 10 power minus 19 into 10 power minus 19 equals 10 power minus 38 upon 6.67 into 9.1 into 9.1, the product of 6.67 into 9.1 into 9.1 into 10 power minus 11 into 10 power minus 31 plus minus 31 becomes minus 62. When we multiply 9 by 2.56, we get 23.04. Multiply by the large of exponent, we get 10 power 9 into 10 power 38 and 10 power 11, that is the reciprocal of 10 power minus 11 into 10 power 62, that is the reciprocal of 10 power minus 62 upon the product of all the three numbers, that is 6.67 multiplied by 9.1 multiplied by 9.1, it becomes 592.3627. By plotting again, we get, if we cancel 2 digits from decimal, we get 2304, that is 2304 into 10 power by arranging all the exponential numbers 9 by taking positive together, 9 plus 11 plus 62 minus plus minus 38 becomes minus 38. By removing 2 digits, we get 5923.62. 5,923, 59,236.27. It becomes 223,0400 by 5923620. if we ignore the decimals, as we need 2 zeros to replace the decimal. And here, by arranging all of them, 11 plus 9, that makes 20 plus 62, it makes 82 minus 38. 12 minus 8 becomes 4. 7 minus 3 becomes 4. That is 0.0, and the quotient of the surrounded number, circle number is 0.039 multiplied by 10 power 44. That becomes 3.9 into 10 power 44 minus 2, as I need to write it in scientific notation. That is 3.9 into 10 power 44 minus 2. Thus, the ratio of electrostatic force between two electrons with the ratio of gravitational force between two electrons. As they are dimensionless, we can represent them 3.9 into 10 power 42 by 1. This is the required ratio. Now we are forced to think over the fact why we are using so much electrostatic forces to produce energy. Students, the ratio of electrostatic force between two electrons and between two electrons due to the mass, that is the gravitational force between two electrons, the ratio is so much enormous that one can be astonished with the surprising value of ratios. That is 3.1 into 10 power 42. This means electrostatic force between two electrons is 3.1 multiplied by 10 power 42 times greater than the force due to gravity. This means gravitational force between two electrons. That is a fact. This is a surprising fact. Now we will describe the ratio between the electrostatic force and gravitational force between two protons and between one electron and one proton. Now we will try to find some new facts about the ratios between electrostatic forces with respect to their gravitational forces. Students, we were talking about the ratios between electrostatic forces, interaction between two electrons, that is given by 1.3 something, and now we are talking on proton. We take two protons at R separations and make the same ratio of electrostatic force between two protons to the force due to gravity, that is the gravitational force between two protons, that is given by K. Charge on one proton into charge on one proton by R square upon capital G, that is the universal constant gravitational, into mass of proton into mass of proton by R square. In this process R square are ignored, cancelled by the laws of translation. Further, we know that the charges are same both on proton and electron, hence this can be written as E square by 1 being the value of constant in the term of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. We get this equation E square by 4 pi epsilon naught capital G Pm square, where Pm square is the square of mass of proton. It becomes 9 into the, it remains unchanged in the case of electron, but downward there is no change in upward side, but there is a great change downward. The value of G and the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught remains same. Hence, after this, what changes? The mass of an electron was 9.4 into 10 power minus 31 kg, but here the mass of one proton is 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kg. Now we make square and we get 6.67 into 10 power minus 11 multiplied by 1.67 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 into 10 power minus 27. Further, if we keep on processing, we get multiply of product of 9 and 2.56 after multiplying 1.6 and 1.6. Now, by adding the two exponential numbers minus 19 and minus 19, we get minus 38. Thus, 10 power minus 9 into 10 power minus 38 by 6.67 to 1.7. That is the approx value of 1.67. 1.7 into 1.7, we get this value. To get the approx value into 10 power minus 19, that was the constant. Now, 27 plus 27 becomes 54, and because of being same sign negative, we have to put minus 54. Further, the product of these two numbers becomes 23.04 into 10 power minus 10 power 9 into 10 power minus 13 multiplied by 10 power 11. That is the reciprocal of 10 power minus 11 into 10 power 54. That is the reciprocal of 10 power minus 54 upon the product of all the three numbers becomes 19.2763. If we want to remove two places decimal in our right hand side, we can remove the same process downward. Thus we get 2304 into 10 power by arranging all the positive sign 9 plus 11 plus 54 minus 38 by 19.2763 1927.63. If we want to disappear the decimal, we have to increase 2 zeros. Thus, the upper value remains same, and downward we get 1927.63. By dividing, we get the value of the quotient of this ratio. The ratio becomes 1.19525019 into the difference of exponential number becomes 36. Thus we get 1.19525019 into 10 power 36 by 1. Thus now we reached at a position when we can say that the ratio between the electrostatic force and gravitational force between two protons, regardless the distance what is between them, is always equal to 1.2 into 10 power 36 by 1. That is the required ratio. Students, one thing is very noticeable in this activity. All the numerical values we find in this video are only valid when the electrostatic forces can be calculated or may be calculated in vacuum, that is the space. Hence, this ratio can be less than the mentioned values but can never be greater than the mentioned values. As we have used epsilon naught, that is the minimum value of permittivity of free space. Hence, students, now we are going to find out the value of the electrostatic, and now we are going to find the ratio between the electrostatic force between two charged particles, one proton and other electron, kept at r separation to the force due to gravity. This is the gravitational force between the same particles and with the same separation. We can express the expression for the two forces as K, charge on proton, into charge on electron, that is equal upon capital G into mass of one proton into mass of one electron by r square. In this process, r square will be cancelled by the laws of cancellation, equals E square, as charges are same on both the particles, E square by, when we put the value of constant K, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, minimum value of permittivity of free space, into capital G into mass of one proton into mass of one electron, equals, when we get the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, nearly 9 into 10 power 9 into the square of charge 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 square by the respective values of capital G 6.67 into 10 power minus 11 multiplied by mass of one proton is 1.67 into 10 power minus 27, while the mass of one electron is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg, equals 9.1 into 9.16 into 16. The above values will be saved upon here the value becomes changed, and to get a price value we have written 1.7 instead of 1.67 into 10 power 9.1 into 10 power minus 27 minus 10 power 30 minus 31, equals above value same upon the product of 1.7 and 9.1 is equal to 115.47, and the product of these two numbers is 103.1849, and the above product is 23.04, and by the rules related to exponent we get 10 power 9 into 10 power minus 38 into 10 power 11, as the inverse of 10 power minus 11 is 10 power 11. Same way, reciprocal of 10 power minus 58 is 10 power 58 by the product of all the two numbers 103, 1b divide 1b written in standard form by removing the decimal up to two digits. B get 2304 into 10 power by arranging all the positive values together. B get 9 plus 11 plus 58 minus 38 upon the same digits removed. Thus 1031 8.49. It becomes the values of all positive digits 78 minus 38, and the value of this quotient is 0.223288 into 10 power 40 upon 1. That is the required ratio between the electrostatic force created between two different charges that are only in nature, that are one proton and one electron kept at R separation, but here R is cancelled, so there is no value of R, and we get 2.2 into 10 power 40 minus 2 to remove minus 1. Thus we get the required value of ratio that is dimensionless between the electrostatic force between one proton and one electron to the gravitational force between one proton and one electron, that is 2.2 into 10 power 31 by 1. Now we can decide how important the use of these force are in our life as well as in technological fields. So students, keep on watching Akansha classes and keep on getting so much important facts that are so very important in all types of competitive exams as well as for IIT NEETs and state boards as well as for CBSE. So please and good night. So students, keep on watching.